Well, continuing on our 200 drawing prompt book, today we're up to drawing prompt 150. We're 3/4 of the way through. Today's prompt is Leprechaun, and we draw this little leprechaun right here. So if you want to see how we did it, stay tuned. Well, my plan was to fast forward through some of the setup work. So now I'm kind of trying to get the cleaning up my drawing a little bit. If you don't know, leprechauns are part of Irish folklore. What they are and what they do and how they look and even their name has evolved over the years. They were originally, they've always been mischievous, but over the years they've gotten nicer, and they're still mischievous, but they're not evil. What I'm doing here is, these, the leprechauns, of course, are imaginary, and their images are always exaggerated. So I'm changing up his hat. I'm going to exaggerate his hat a little bit more. It's supposed to be cocked. Got his hair kind of coming out here. There's his beard. Got a rainbow in the background here. Now he's got a green hat with a belt buckle. That's traditional. Smoking a pipe. Green coat. The original leprechauns didn't have, they had red coats, but the new leprechauns, they've gotten a green coat over time and been associated with St. Patrick's Day. They're associated with shoemakers. That's how they make their living, apparently. And hoarding gold. So we have a a pot of gold, or sometimes referred to as a crock of gold, because this clay container, the pot that has the gold in it, it's called a crock. It's made out of clay, fired clay. Traditionally, they have a leather vest on the inside of their green jacket. I hate to cover up my pot of gold, but I'm going to make his jacket. I'm going to have it flare out a little more, give him a little bit more movement. I'm having a fit here because I don't like any of the colors of green I have. This is sparkly green. It's the closest to what I want. But it's kind of shiny. Maybe that's good. If you catch a leprechaun, they have to grant you 3 wishes. But the catch is that if you take your eyes off of them for even a second, they will disappear without a trace. So I'm going to make these buttons bigger. Maybe I can put that'd be big enough to put a shamrock in. I put my ink pens aside. I'm going to put in some color. This color here is moss green. I'll do his hat and jacket in this moss green. And I'll do his face and his hands in this. I think this is called, this is peach. You can use beige or peach. The older depictions of leprechauns had a much more ruddy complexion and much more scruffy garments, tattered and worn. but it's matured over time, and now it's a rather neat appearance. Okay, well, let's do the leather jacket. Let's try this color here. Now, like that. Now your average leprechaun actually lives on acorns, mushrooms, and whiskey. And our leprechaun here has whiskey bottle. Can't probably see it right there, but he's got he's got this is called Green Brand. Okay, I'm gonna try a different color on his pants. That's too blue though. Is there anything else that's darker green? Here's a color is that? It is olive green. Yeah, that's a different color. And I think there's even a moral to the story. The leprechauns, they just hoard their gold. They never spend it. And I think the moral of the story is the old saying that you don't know what anything's worth until you sell it. So obviously, a pot of gold you never sell, you never spend, you never use, is obviously worthless. Here's our crock of gold. Now let's do the rainbow. First color is red. some yellow. Blue. Well, today's prompt was Leprechaun. It was drawing prompt number 150. And we drew your standard leprechaun with a pot of gold, his famous pipe, bottle of whiskey, cocked hat, buckles, and the whole shooting match. Let's see what tomorrow's prompt is. It is internal clock mechanisms. So if you want to see that, hope to see you tomorrow.